What do you say to Bernie Sanders and the, quote, socialist Democrats in the field and the response to the attacks against you?
Well, you look at Venezuela, you look at these socialist countries, they're all failing or failed, and most of them are just like a total disaster. And that's pure socialism. And with Bernie's, you know, they want to take the wealth that all of the people have made, 401ks, you have 401ks, we all have 401ks, and they're at record levels. They've done better than they've ever done. They want to just dissipate it. And, you know, socialism's easier to sell when the country's doing incredibly well. In 10 years, this country would be destroyed if we ever went that way. It would be absolutely destroyed. You could forget about opportunity zones. You could forget about your ownership in companies, because a lot of people own stock in the big companies. You know, the big companies are really companies owned by lots of people. And whether they have stock or whether they have funds, I mean, it really goes right down to people that are small-time investors and big-time investors. But our country's doing so well, and if we ever went socialistic, if we ever became a socialist country, you could write off this country. This country would go down so fast. And I hear what Bernie says, and I hope I get an opportunity to run against him, because it'll be so easy to show whether it's his health care that's a disaster. It's a disaster. Interestingly, they tried to do it in Vermont, and the governor of Vermont, who was, I mean, he'd do anything Bernie told him to do, not only couldn't they make it work, I think it was more money than the whole state took in, the cost, and basically it's socialized medicine. If you think about it, it's socialized medicine. So we'll have our chance, I think, to debate. I think I put out yesterday, it could be Bernie and it could be Biden, and I think Sleepy Joe's going to have a hard time. He's, 1% Joe. I don't think he's going to make it, and I don't know that maybe Bernie has the most spirit over there right now. Could be the mayor from Indiana. I think I'd like running against him too. But it'll be interesting to see it unfold. It'll be very interesting. A lot of times you can't tell, as you know better than anybody, you're a great pro. And by the way, you have been so nice to me, and I appreciate it very much. Hence, I'm doing an interview with you, and we're not doing it with too many people. But it'll be interesting to see it unfold. You never know what happens. And being in politics for me has been a lot of fun.